Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast, everybody.
What the hell?
Big show, long show, great show coming to you. The young man in the middle right here, Africa. Oh man, finally, we've crossed paths. We met each other before, but we ain't never did like nothing like this. So I'm excited to get down with you, big dog.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. First time, certainly not the last. I got no doubt about that. But the show that y'all was having prior to us getting going, like fill us in on what the hell was going on over there.
I was just telling him like certain things that my opponent, the guys that he done fought has done in the past. I'm not gonna be doing that fight night.
Mm-hmm. And some of those things are
standing there and getting punched on.
No, I asked him since, we might as well get into it.
Come on.
Gustavo Lemos, that was a tough fight. Some would say even life or death. I thought you won the fight, for striker. That was that was right before you fought Paro for the title. But it was a very tough night at the office, man. Why? And you could look at Oscar Duarte and say, this guy's a little bit bigger. This is a strong Mexican fighter who's going to bring the pressure and the volume just like Lemos did. Why won't this fight be as difficult as Gustavo Lemos was?
Just a lot of different things played a factor in that fight. The IBF rehydration clause definitely played a factor. The day of the actual weigh-in, I said I'm not going to do the IBF rehydration clause. I was like, I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. And I had ate whatever I wanted to eat. When I checked the weight, I went up to 155. So when I went up to 155, I had to go back the day before the fight, lose weight, sit in the steam. I'm sitting in a hot bath, do all this stuff. And I end up coming in the second day weighing, I want to say 148. So I lost more weight. And then I weighed in the guy that I had asked my manager, what time do you want the second day weigh-in to be? My manager told him initially, I think 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And then he came to me behind my manager back and asked me again, what time do you want the weigh-in? I said, 9 o'clock. So my manager was mad at that. Why would you make it for a later time? Plus, we find in Vegas at that time. So I did the IBF rehydration at 9. And then I had my first meal, I want to say around 10:30. And then I had to be in the arena by 4:30. So I had that much window to rehydrate after losing weight 2 nights back to back. So when I got into the fight, the first 2 rounds, once I threw my jab and the pressure was coming to me, I could feel my wind. I felt weak a little bit. And then it made the fight way more tough because, the guy kept coming and all I could do was kind of hold him to keep him off me because I didn't really have the wind or the energy to fight that type of fight, but I still pulled it through. But I think that was the main reason why that fight was kind of way more competitive than it should have been.
So you had to put in weight after the weigh-in. You had to put in work to get the weight off. Did you do anything the morning of?
No, so I made the weight.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna eat whatever I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And then I told my manager, I'm not doing the IBF rehydration clause. He's telling me yo, if you win this fight, or if you win this fight, it's still a chance that you might get cut by these people because if you're not a world champion, you're not a big name.
Right.
We don't know what you're gonna do, what they're gonna do with you. So that's the business side of it. So I'm like, what do you mean? I'm gonna win the fight regardless. He's like, to be honest, bro, I'm the manager. I can advise you, but you need a world title to be something worth to these people.
Right.
So I had to go. I'm like, So then me and my coach kept going back and forth. My coach was like, even if you don't want to fight for the IBF title, you could still get probably step aside money or something if the other champions want to unify, but you need to make the weight. So I had to go back and lose more weight.
Right.
After already making weight.
And there was only one. It's only been one defense since you become a world champion.
Yes.
So this would be your second time around.
Yes.
With the IBF, you prepared to do this next day weigh-in.
Yeah. No. When I fought for the title, when I won the eliminator for the IBF, that was a hiccup. Then I fought for the world title. I was like, okay, you know what? I know how to gauge it a little bit. I'm like, all right, the first time I fought for the world title, I fought in Puerto Rico, which I had to be in an arena at 8:30. So I had more time to rehydrate. We made the weigh-ins way earlier than it had to be. And I didn't do anything to go way past the weight and had to lose weight that night. So I felt way better in the fight. And the same thing I did in New York.
Right.
This fight, only thing that could play a little key is that it is still in Vegas, which, you got to be in the arena at 4:35. So you don't have that much time to eat. But I'm going to just do everything that I've done the last few fights to make sure I'm not weak or diminish of my energy fight night.
Offline, we were talking about you playing different sports. It's 50-50 to me at this point. Growing up, I didn't we would go to the tournaments and everybody else boxed. I never knew anybody else to play football and basketball and stuff like that. And you see now more guys have like Crawford, he wrestled, he played football, he played basketball, good at a lot of different things. But a lot of boxers, in my experience, I've always known y'all to not do very much than just box, right? And so Antt sitting next to you and say, yo, you look like a first round draft pick. Yeah. Because you actually do. He look like he could be a corner.
He got the swag.
Yeah, he
look like one dude that's get out there and play sports, naturally good at it. You don't even realize, but you always been nice with the hands.
Yeah, nah, I'm an athletic dude, but I'm
how you know? You ain't did shit else in life.
Because I can tell by the way I box.
So you be hands in pocket watching them. Hey, one hand catches like, I can do that.
Hey, tell them check me out on Saturday. You gonna see?
Nah, I'm just an athlete. Yeah, but the things I do in the ring is natural. I got naturally God gifted abilities. Right. So I think I could do good in other sports.
Obviously, I watch you box, so I know that jab you have what they call that piston jab, very fast. My 8-year-old don't like boxing. I was watching you this morning. He was like, "Oh, he's fast." I was like, "Which one?" He pointed to you. I was like, "Okay, that's what's up." Like he knows what he's seeing. You know what I mean? What else though? Like, what makes you Africa? What makes you Richardson Hitchins? Once they get past the jab, what else do they got to deal with?
I think a lot of people. That's the thing with a lot of people. It icks me, but it's just like, all right, that's my identity. A lot of people say, "Yo, it's a jab," but they don't see the defense. They don't see the distance control. They don't see the timing. They don't see the I'm one of the most accurate fighters in boxing, I believe. Just the shot selections, the reflexes, the foot movement, just the IQ, everything that has to do with it. Everybody, say this all the time. Everybody could throw a jab. Everybody could throw a fast jab. But it's the timing that come with it. You have to have superb timing to damn near every time you throw a jab, guys can't get away.
Right.
And people look at it like, oh, like Teofimo said for Shakur, once you get past his jab, that's it. But obviously, he was throwing the same punch all night. You couldn't stop it for a reason. Yeah. And that was because of the timing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a lot of different things that come in my arsenal that a lot of people don't realize. They just look and be like, oh, that's what he got. George Kambosos snuck in a little short 6-inch body shot. People never seen that in a lot of my fights. Yeah. But this is things in my arsenal. I've been doing in the gym, stopping guys like that regularly. Right. But it's just as the world see me more and more, they'll see more.
And then a part of what Olympic quad were you? What Olympic quad?
I went to Olympic trials. Then after I went to Olympic trials, Julie Goldsticker, Coach K had like. I went to Olympic trials. I lost the Olympic trials.
Was that the 16?
Yeah.
It was the 16. Okay.
Yeah, I lost the Olympic trials. And then I was ready to turn pro. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to fight amateurs. Time to turn pro. And Coach K kept telling Julie, like, yo, Africa could make it to the Olympics. Like, get him a spot for Haiti. Like, I'm telling you, he'll go make it. So, Shakur, all them got Julie to reach out to Berto. Berto sponsored the trip. I went to Azerbaijan. I didn't barely train for the tournament. Barely train. I was like, I'm going to just make weight. This guy paid for it. Julie's on me about it. I'm like, I've never been international. And the way they make it seem is like the competition is way different. So I'm like, I'm going to lose like the first or second day. Like, I'm ready to turn pro. Like, it is what it is. But me as a competitor, once I get in there, I'm a box.
And it just changed.
And obviously, I'm one of the boxers that I'm not going to hit you. The sport is hitting, don't get hit. So you're not going to hit me even if in my mind, I got it as like, all right, like, fuck it, I don't care to win. I'm still gonna compete. But I got out there to Azerbaijan, I'm boxing Brazil, I'm boxing Great Britain, I'm boxing all these countries, and I fought 7 days in a row, and I'm outboxing all these guys. And then I remember the guy that won the tournament, Pat McCormack. He beat me in the finals, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta look out for you in the Olympics. Like, you're so talented, man. Like you're special." And at that age, I'm 18 years old. I'm one of the youngest guys. This Pat McCormack probably was a little older. He probably was like 2-3 years older. Because, in other countries, they stay longer to try to make it to the games. And, yeah, I made it to Olympics, but it was like a big accomplishment of me because a lot of people hear, oh, he went to Olympics for Haiti. Like, I signed up for Haiti and just went to Olympics. Like, I had to fight to get to the Olympics 7 days in a row to earn my spot. So, it was great.
You beat all those countries, too.
Yeah, I beat all them countries. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Do you feel like the Olympics trials put you at the next level?
Nah, because at that era of 2016, all the top guys, you already knew all the top guys, which is me, Boots, Gary, Antuanne, Russell, Abraham Nova was a top name at that time. Oh, wow. And I want to say those were probably like the four that I can remember at the top of my name at the 140 division that was like the guys. And there was a guy named Raheem Gonzalez.
Okay.
He was also a top guy at that
Was
time.
that small back then?
Yeah, he was that small back then. Yeah.
Because he's a light heavyweight now. We're talking about the same Raheem, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, with you, I look at it like skills pay the bills.
Yeah.
Top 3 skills in boxing. Boxers.
In boxing right now,
Yeah.
well, I always had this conversation. Boxing right now, I feel like it's me, Shakur, Keyshawn Davis,
Okay.
and
Yeah, keep
I
going.
got Inoue, Devin Haney,
Okay.
Jaron Boots Ennis, Usyk, and I'm probably missing people.
All
off
due
the top of my
respect,
head.
but that's, yeah.
Bam, I don't really watch Bam like that. I know he's a great fighter, but like he's not like a guy I really like pick up and watch like all the time. From him. He's so
Benavidez?
small. Benavidez for sure, definitely. Benavidez, Tank, obviously.
Damn, he knocked out our team.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
I brought up that 2016 quad because I wanted to know who have you been in the ring with that I'm unaware of. You know, as
I
an
fought
amateur.
Boots.
You fought Boots as an
I fought
amateur.
Gary Antuanne Russell, Abraham Nova, Jermaine Ortiz, guys in boxing right now. Been in the ring with sparred. I sparred all these guys. Devin, Keyshawn, Shakur. All of us shared the ring with each other.
I fought Daniel Jacobs a lot in the amateurs,
Yeah.
and I hadn't even turned pro yet, and I was at a professional fight card. I don't know if I told this story on the show, but Kelly Pavick's coach, Jack. What's Jack's last name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Jack.
What
I
was
can't
Jack?
think of Jack's last name off the top of my head, but Jack Lowe. Jack Lowe. He had heard that I was about to turn pro. He's known me my whole life, and I had sparred with Kelly at this point and all that kind of stuff. So he, wrapping up some hands. He's like, "Oh, I hear you about to go pro," and I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "How you feel about it?" And I said, "I just can't wait to fight Daniel Jacobs." And he was wrapping some hands. He stopped and he looked at me. He said, "Listen," he said, "don't even think about that. It's going to be a long time before you get to fight Daniel Jacobs." He said, "Just take it one fight at a time." I didn't understand. He was like, that fight's years down the line. Those guys that you fought, have you looked in your mind at some point you're going to fight them as pros? Have you begun to look at it? Kind of like take us through that thought process.
Yeah, obviously the Keyshawn Davis fight was presented to both of us. It didn't happen because it didn't meet the numbers that I wanted, or from my understanding that he wanted also. Gary Antuanne Russell fight, obviously that's something that could happen because he's a champion. I'm a champion now, which is a fight. We're about to go 10 years now into our career, 9 years into our career, which is a fight where it's like I always knew for coming out that Olympic team and turning pro. I turned pro with Mayweather Promotions. He turned pro with Al Heyman. So we'll always be on the same cards, performing, coming up. And I always looked at it like this guy beat me in Olympics, and now we just fight on the same cards in the pros. Like I know I'm gonna keep winning, and I know he's a guy that's gonna keep winning.
Right.
So I always knew the world would want to see us fight.
That's how I was with Keith. Like once I went to 47, like Danny's no longer a thing, and it was like I know I'm gonna keep winning, and Keith gonna keep winning eventually. Yeah.
That's so. I look at Gary like I'll be watching Gary, and I'll be like how can I say, like, even when the guys, the champions before the champions that's been around right now, like the champions with the Regis Prograis and the Josh Taylor era and Jose Ramirez, I always looked at like me and Gary's better than these guys. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt personally. I was like, well, we gonna have our time to be champion, and yeah, so I felt like Devin Haney's, me and Devin sparred endless rounds. The first time me and Devin boxed, after the sparring, once the 10-second bell ring, boom, 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 and I stop and I look at each other.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You the truth, you the truth, but I'm the truth too."
Yeah.
So from that moment, I always been like, "Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna have to fight each other one day."
That's what's up.
What y'all used to say back in the day?
After
y'all got this,
hey, we would just touch and be like good shit, and like we wasn't really trying to like look, because I don't know, y'all probably was thumping hard, but like we used to thump real hard back in the day. You know what I mean? So it was like every round was a championship round, and I'm sure both of y'all fast. Y'all styles are emulate one another. So I know y'all was that chess game was crazy. I bet.
Facts. High speed chess.
So to that point, because Shawn just touched on it, that saying you guys' styles emulate each other. You both have great jabs. You and Devin Haney could fight at long range really good, smart, sharp, all that. So what's the difference between you and Devin Haney?
As like when we first started sparring, it was kind of like what you saying right now, like smart, sharp, rangy. Everything was like it was back and forth, back and forth. He'll make adjustments in the sparring. I think a lot of times in the sparring, I felt like I was sharper because he would have to be the guy to take the initiative and try to walk me down.
Like with his sparring session with Shakur?
Yeah. Like he'll try to come to me. So that let me know already, like, but it's been it was one sparring session where he did kind of outthink me. But I didn't box the way I was like normally boxing. Like it was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to watch like a lot of different fighters. So I was watching Andre Ward before the sparring in Vegas. And you know Andre Ward fight all methodically. I'm gonna start fighting Devin like this. And he was like, oh, you in the sparring, I remember he was like, oh, you slower than you slower some shit. You slower than I thought. And then I'm in Vegas, and actually that night, I just landed in Vegas that night, and I called Floyd, like I'm sparring Devin tomorrow at Bones Gym. Floyd go to Bones Gym. Me and Devin had pushed the sparring back like an hour, so Floyd got there. We wasn't there. He left. Devin, we did like 5 rounds. Devin got the better of me that day. I'm pissed. I go home, and I'm like, yo, I can't watch Andre Ward. I can't box like that. He fighting heavyweights and shit. I go home. I start watching my old tapes. I'm watching my tapes on like my amateur fights and my tapes. And I'm like, yo, you know how I fight? Like I said, I kind of look like, I said, my style's kind of like Pernell Whitaker. So I start watching Pernell with his speed and everything. So the next day I come to the gym, and Devin always used to be around some kid named Darren Cunningham.
Yeah, DC3.
So
yeah, bantamweight.
Box the shit out of Devin. Boom, 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 boom. I'll box him. Boom, boom,
The very
boom.
next day?
Like the next sparring session. We sparring Tuesday, whatever. The day we had a break the next day. I was saying, come back to the gym that Thursday. I'll box the shit out of him. Then me and Devin came to pick me up on that Friday to go to a water park. He was like, I'm gonna come pick you up. Let's kick it. So me and DC in the car, he like, I seen Devin spar so many people. I ain't never seen nobody do what you did to him. He said, you fast as shit. But I'm like, yeah, the other day he was saying he's slow. But that was like, but just them sparring sessions had let me know like what type of level I was on. But like, I feel like Devin is a special talent. But it's just certain things in the ring where I feel like I'm just more amplified than him.
I get what you're saying, because it's like, I'm making you step out of your A game. Right. I'm making you do what you don't do best, right? But at the same time, why doesn't that make him because Crawford, what he was great at is making an adjustment. All right, I'll be the puncher. All right, I'll be the counterpuncher. I'll whatever I got to do, I'm like water. I'll make that adjustment. But you're not saying he wasn't being effective doing that. Like, why doesn't that make him a overall, more versatile type fighter? Because in that sparring session with Shakur, he did better once he started going downhill and using his size a little bit and getting busier. Shakur was outboxing him when they were doing that kind of style with each other, but he got more success actually putting some combinations together, going downhill. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, part of me, of course, like, we always been preached, like, you want to be like, kind of like Bruce Lee. Like, if I need to be this, I'll be this. If I need to be ugly, dirty, fast, I could be that. I could adjust. But like me, like, if a lot of the fighters that I watch in the past, like when it comes to like Pernell and like especially Floyd's like my one main guy. Like I feel like when you find like a master boxer, like even like a guy like Shakur, like damn near everybody Shakur the guy in the ring with, I always seen him outbox. Like it's like I never really seen him like only time I seen Shakur change his style up is when he sparred me and tried to come at me, and I got off on him, and he was I'll never do that again. I'm gonna stick to me. And then, but he was giving me free shots because he's trying to walk me down and be like, I don't know, whatever. But I feel like like in that situation with Devin, I just feel like it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it could work, maybe it won't work. Of course, you gotta know how to make adjustments, but it's like, I can't explain it. I just feel like that day, like he had to do something that he didn't have to do. I don't know. It just
no, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, because if a guy's outboxing me, I'm gonna go try to walk him down, obviously. But it might play.
But it's a response to getting outboxed.
It's a risk,
right?
Because you're gonna give up free shit.
No disrespect to your opponent coming up this weekend, but that Devin fight, it'll be the championship rounds that determine who got more in their bag.
Yeah.
And who will win that fight. It'll be to the point where the corners can leave.
Yeah.
Y'all, we got this. Yeah. It's literally y'all, you gonna do this, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be championship boxing.
It'll be a high level fight for sure. I'm looking forward to that.
Africa, thanks for coming in with us today. We're gonna break down some fights. We're gonna break down the fights coming up. I want to get everybody's response on one fight that's been rumored and talked about. And I know on your social media you got a lot of. Yeah, go ahead.
I also fought Virgil Ortiz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it. You got records with all these guys. Like if you know. Off the top
I don't
here?
remember.
Okay.
I really don't remember. Some
Undefeated.
this is amateur fight.
Yeah.
This is amateur fight, so I don't remember. But
yeah.
but
But you've been in the ring with everybody.
yeah, I've been
Simple,
sparred. Yeah,
like,
facts.
Yeah, and that's. I tell people all the time, the best amateurs are gonna be the best professionals. You hear the experience that this kid has. Yeah. That's why he's as good as he is right now, and the IBF world champion. Before we keep going, I just want to remind everybody, you could be watching this live with us right now, but you gotta join our membership page. You join our membership page, scroll down just a little bit, click that membership, and join. It's $9.99 a month, and a lot of great stuff on there, including the ability to get involved with this conversation. We can, you guys can chat with us while we're having doing our shows on Sundays when we do them on Sundays, and you got the ability to see what comes right before it actually airs on Monday. And then the other thing as well is we got a great fan question coming to the PorterWay Podcast today. Guys, make sure you submit your fan questions. bit.ly/ask TPWP. 1 minute, ask us anything you want to ask, and make sure you introduce yourself. And that's it, in a matter of fact. And we will answer just about anything you ask. Just keep it clean. All that said, before we keep going, I want to get everybody's perspective on this fight. The rumor is Errol Spence finally coming back after
3 years. Basically 3 years.
Yeah, basically 3 years. And the possibility that he might be getting in the ring with Tszyu. Let's just go right to left.
That would be me.
Yes, sir. We're gonna start.
It's a good fight. It's a good match. I mean, it makes sense. The opponent for Errol's coming back. It's a name. It's a good fighter in Tszyu, but it's a guy who's lost 3 of his last 4. So he has just as many questions to answer, in the ring if he's in his prime as Errol does. I wonder if the weight can help Errol Spence. My question is he 3 years rusty and done? Or is he 3 years and has some rejuvenation? Has rest done him some good? Will not getting down to 147 do him good because he's going to be strong and comfortable at 154? Or will one of his best attributes as a welterweight, which was being the bigger man, although Tszyu's not a big guy, and Tszyu's been making the weight a minute, but he's not a big guy making the weight.
Right.
At their best, I feel like Tszyu punch for punch is a sharper fighter. I feel like he has just punch for punch. Like Errol is more of a busy volume, break you down behind an excellent jab kind of guy, body head. Tszyu's more economical. He doesn't throw with as much volume, but he's sharp. I think Tim has a little bit better reflexes to him at his best, but he was never as decorated or as accomplished as Errol was. And you look at Fundora, who's a giant, but Fundora's constant lead hand, it pelted Tszyu and took advantage of him trying to snipe shots and be economical. I could see Errol Spence at his best doing the same, piling up behind that jab, getting to work. But really, this is who knows? Who knows? They both aren't coming in with a lot of momentum, but it should be an entertaining fight. They both have entertaining styles. And yeah, it's Errol Spence. Is he rejuvenated or is he rusty? And it's his volume against Tszyu, who's more economical. It's a good matchup. For where they're at in their stage, it makes sense for both fighters.
Richardson.
Honestly, with Errol 3-year break, I don't know how his coordination is. If he's been in the gym, always boxing, because as a fighter, you need that coordination is important. Always throwing your punches, your timing and stuff like that. Tszyu, I can't really speak much on Tszyu. I never really watched too much of him besides that Bakaram fight. But I don't know. I'm excited. I want to see Errol back in the ring, but hopefully that 3-year break did do him good, and we could see Errol Spence in the back end of his career, that we could still see a glimpse of like what he was in his prime.
Because to his point about the coordination, it wasn't good in the Crawford fight. Crawford could counterpunch anybody, but that's part of why he was getting countered so nasty. Was he was off balance a lot with what he was doing. Even the Ugas fight, where he was strong and performed really well, it wasn't the same kind of balance as Mikey Garcia days, Lamont Peterson days. So I'm interested to see that too, just from a coordination standpoint.
Antt with 2 T's.
That's good to see Errol back in the ring, man.
Yeah. Well, if you see him back, right?
Yeah. I'm on pull that he's gonna come back. And I always say, I hate when a boxer lose one fight, you forget everything they done. The hard work they've been doing for years. Earl's a Hall of Famer. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
Yeah.
He earned it. He had 3 straps at one time. Was cleaning up the division, doing whatever he had to do on his side, and he ran to all-time great. It was bad timing on his parents' part. But one fighter fought twice since 2020. One fought 12 times.
Yeah.
So do we got the wear and tear? Do we have a fresh guy?
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect timing on both guys.
Yeah.
And I think Earl's a type of fighter because I think if you get him there with like an Africa, Tszyu, you want to be up there in that type of black fighter, if y'all know what I mean. You want an Errol Spence that's not gonna move too much. But I'm going with Errol.
It's literally perfect timing for both these guys.
Yeah.
It's perfect styles for both these guys. Both guys have a style that would really, it matches well for a great fight. But on top of that, one punch from either of these guys can really change the complexion of the fight. I really don't care to really pick who wins this fight. I care to see it. What's the date? I care to see it.
June 6th or 13th, they're saying.
And really, that truly is
Australia.
Africa's on the co-main event.
I'm here. He said, "I ain't going out there."
They gotta give me a rematch.
Cambosis too. The Amparo too.
And they be paying out there, don't they?
That's probably why Errol's going there.
London?
So I think it's a good fight. And it's really truly just perfect timing for both these guys. With Errol, main thing is you want to if he's taking care of himself. That the thing that I thought of is it's how has your time been spent? How has your time out of the gym been spent? What have you been eating consistently? Because
he physically looks good.
But again, you can physically look good, but be putting the wrong gas in the tank, and then now this comes up, and now you spend the time cleaning out the tank, making sure that engine is able to run the way that it's supposed to run. And we should know that Tim had a fight, end of the year fight back in December. Not a big opponent or anything like that. It went the distance. I think it was 10 rounds. Went the full 10. And for me, I was just like, man, I'm happy he got back in the ring and got a win under his belt before the year ended. To me, that's a big deal for fighters. Like we get fixated on how our year ends. Have you been like that before? Like as the year is ending, I don't know. I don't know how busy you've been, but I remember at one point we wanted to be busy. Right. And as November was coming, if I didn't fight in November, it was like, I got to get something in December. I need to fight before the end of this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. So
sure.
that's a big thing for us as well. So great fight, I think, in the future. And certainly look forward to it if it happens.
Who's going to be in his corner? That's the real question.
And you talking about in Errol's corner, right?
Who's in his corner?
I think he might have done a little work. Sean, you could do the Apollo Rocky thing.
Yeah, right.
That'd be dope.
If you train Errol, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. I don't know why.
Sean, how would you be feeling if you had? I mean, I know you're not coming back, but if you, for some reason, had to have this assignment with Tszyu in June, and you're in Errol's shoes.
Man, like he said, the coordination. Like you're completely right. And I ain't say nothing, but I'm just naturally gifted. I'm blessed in that because the times that I have sparred with guys, my shit ain't messed up. Like I ain't like fumbling my feet. I've actually been like that as a fighter. Yeah. So to me, it's crazy to be away from this game as long as I have and not be fumbling around and shit like that. Yeah. I would be concerned about that if I was getting ready to train Errol. If I was somebody who was working with Errol, that I want to make sure that these ones and these twos are working right. And the other side, that I disagree with you. I think he uses his both hands better than Tim uses both of his hands.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The volume, I just think punch for punch.
You said Tim's sharper.
Yeah,
punch for punch.
I don't think he's sharper punch for punch. I think Errol.
He said, "Nigga, I've been punched by him."
I think Errol is sharper with both hands.
You sparred Tim?
No.
I'm just asking about
you think Errol plays better shots than Tim?
Yes, I do.
He was. I mean, around the late 2010s. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah,
when you fought him, and when Lamont fought him, and Kell Brook fought him.
Yeah. Let's break these fights down real quick. Let's give Claressa her respect.
Yep.
The card is not as big, but we are gonna end because they are Sunday fights. So we're gonna do Claressa and Franchon last. Well, we're gonna start with my bad. We're gonna start with with the zone coming at us on Saturday. Frank Martin. Right back
in the ring. So,
right back. I see his name on the card. I said, "Let's go, Frank."
Hey, that is
Prove
the one
me
thing I
right
hate about boxing, man. If anything happens, don't let them keep you out of the ring for that goddamn long. Well, I know you was out for a minute though.
Yeah.
That's one thing about boxing, because you only got so much time in your life to do this sport, man.
Yeah.
And you got to cash out and get the hell out of there as soon as possible.
You got any
Cash
thoughts
out.
on Frank Martin?
Me and him had
Nahir?
I told him it was gonna be a difficult fight for him.
Yeah.
Because I boxed Nahir a lot of times. Just like I told Shakur, Nahir is gonna be a difficult fight for Keyshawn. Keyshawn beat him, but I still feel like it wasn't as easy as Keyshawn didn't have an easy time with him like he did in the rest of his professional fights.
I'm just happy to see Frank back. Gary Antuanne Russell, happy to see him back as well, getting in the ring with Andy. I'm gonna stay away from that.
That's not an easy fight either.
I know it's not.
That's a
I
big
know it's
puncher.
not.
You don't think so?
Just got a big punch. He got a big punch.
That's it though.
Long arms,
is Zittel.
athletic.
Hey, my man, like, I don't give a fuck about
Don't
the power.
sleep
if
on
you can't
Naomi
get the
Osaka.
skills, I'm just worried about the power.
He said, "Man, you messing up my bag. Man, you messing up my future." What you think, Zittel?
I took the tweet down, but I made a joke. I was like, looking forward to Russell versus Hiraoka, and I put a picture of you because they say Gary Antuanne fights like you, and then I put Naomi Osaka, the other Blasian sensation from Japan, because he's his father's from Ghana. Andy Hiraoka. He could crack Richardson. He could punch, and he's long range. He leaves his chin up though. Yeah. And Gary Antuanne, if he can apply intelligent pressure and cut the distance, then he should be able to have a lot of success on the inside. But he's got to navigate some landmines to get there. Like, the dude could punch. He has 10 knockouts in a row. I don't think he hasn't fought since 2024. It's not against A-level opposition. Ismael Barroso and Jin Sasaki, probably the two most notable names, but he knocked them both out. But he's got as long as reach as Richardson. 74-inch reach, power in both. He's got a check hook. He's got a left hand. He's fast. He does leave his chin up though.
Gary in the 8th round.
Yeah. Good words.
Okay.
I favor Gary Antuanne too, but it's not easy. He's got some landmines to navigate.
I agree with that one.
I'm going with Gary. I just, I think this is the co-mains. How the hell you get the co-main over Gary? That's fucked up.
Bigger name.
My bad. All right. I think this is this is a title eliminator.
That's
this
what
is
I
an
was
eliminator right
That's
here.
what I was feeling like.
Winner gets winner.
Yeah.
But let's keep going.
What's interesting is you were talking about you guys circling each other as Mayweather Promotions, Al Heyman, and now you're sharing this stage back to back, and you're both in the same position as your career. You have your O. He has the one to Puello, but both world champions. But it's such a contrast in the style. You've done it as a master boxer. He's done it as an excellent pressure fighter. What do you think that looks like then? If you guys get past this and it's a unification. You know, there's people saying you don't want to fight Gary Antuanne.
Whoa, you're ducking.
I mean, people gonna say Gary said something about I'm scared of him. I'm saying, bro, we done fought numerous times in the amateurs. We done sparred numerous times. You not knocking nobody out. So what's so scary about you? But it'll be a great fight. All our fights in amateurs was great. The Olympic trials one, I actually thought I won that one. The one in Rio, I thought it was a close fight. I just feel like the difference now, when I was fighting Gary grew up with a real pedigree from a fighting family. I was only boxing for like 5 years. I was just doing it off of pure talent. I didn't have a trainer to like tell me, do this, do that, do that. I started working with my trainer at like 16.
Coach Lenny?
Yeah, Coach Lenny when I was like 16. But I was working with him and Sosa at the same time, so Lenny wasn't fully hands-on with me. So I feel like now I'm a way more seasoned, developed fighter. Like, I know boxing. Like, I know the art. I know the sport. I know the centimeters, the inches, a lot of decision things to do in the ring. So I feel like Gary would get in the ring and realize, like, oh, he's not, this is way different. So I think it'll be a great fight, though.
Why does he beat Hiraoka?
Because I just feel like Gary's one of them guys. Like, he's a cream of the crop type of talent.
Let me ask you this. When you go back and you look at some of these guys as amateurs and now they're all pros, I think you just solidified yourself in terms of growing as a professional opposed to when you were an amateur. Who else have you seen really grow and become better than they were as amateurs? Have you seen that from Gary Antuanne?
Nah, Gary was kind of had the similar style. Yeah, like very aggressive, getting on the inside, knowing what to do when he do get it on the inside. That was one thing I was always like educated about Gary. When guys get on the inside and don't really know what to do, he's very educated on the inside. I think that was why he was able to beat Boots a lot of times in the amateurs. But the main guy that I seen kind of got better was Boots. Like Boots wasn't a great inside fighter in the amateurs. Boots is the type of guy, once you get on the inside, he'll kind of like not be that physically strong, fumbling around. Now on the inside, you see him tight. He's looking for shots. He might get hit here and there, but he's more comfortable on the inside than the amateur. So I definitely see growth in Boots. Shakur always been a stud. He always been like that guy. I told Shakur the other day, like it's nothing different from you in the amateurs. Like always been a master at distance. Always been a guy that naturally can't be touched. So a lot of the guys that I could remember, Keyshawn definitely got a lot better for sure. Keyshawn was another guy that was just a real sharp outside boxer. Now he's more developed, more seasoned.
It's crazy. The analogy that just came to my mind. It seems like it's some guys like you take that baby picture or that picture of them as a kid, and then you take that picture of them as a grown man, and they look the exact same, right? And then there's other you take a picture of them as a kid, and then you find that picture of them as a grown man. It's like you've really changed. You become that's you, but you're just better now. Kind of like Shakur. Yeah. Shakur is like he looks the exact same. Yeah. He's just better now.
Yeah, I feel like it's the thing with Shakur, like I think he's just like a man now. He probably is better, more seasoned, but like
you always look like that.
Yeah, you always been like that.
You're just a grown ass man.
Yeah, like it's always been like that. Like he always just, I don't care who he's in front of. Like that range and distance has always been like his like force field, like just his distance. Like he always just had that, just know how far to be in the ring. It's just so crazy. Like I never seen nothing like that in the sport in my life. Like that, like a guy that just, and it's like one thing when you looking at it from the outside, there's a difference when you're in front of it over and over and over, and it's still the same puzzle. It's like this guy's right here, but he's not. Like it's just crazy to me. Yeah, like he just has that. Like so, yeah.
Why have you seen more interest, correct me if I'm wrong, more interested in fighting a Keyshawn, a Devin, Gary Antuanne, and not so much Shakur?
Because me and Shakur is like real life brothers. And like when I say brothers, like let me not take the way brothers. Like I got a lot of like respect for Shakur because like Shakur said on here before, like I've been around Shakur a lot of time. For a long time. He taught me a lot about the game. Like a lot. Like help me get to a level that I'm at. Like always calling me, telling me this, do that. So like I don't want to get to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm seasoned, I'm polished now, and now I'm ready to fight you. It's kind of like, it's like kind of like a dude. It's kind of like you being a plug in a dude. You taking a dude up under, now a dude trying to take your girl or some shit. Like you felt like trying to like.
That's what Tony did to Frank.
Yeah, like
Scarface.
It's like I'm not that type of guy. Like even though I feel like I'm just as skillful and have the same type of attributes he has, it's still like if it has to happen, it can happen because it's a business. But I'm not gonna be here calling you out.
All roads lead to one thing, right? Yeah. And so there's so many roads to get to where you're trying to go.
Yeah. And
if eventually y'all have both taken all those roads, and now there's only that one road left.
Yeah.
And the money makes sense.
Yeah. I told Shakur. I told Shakur I had epiphany, and I told Shakur that one day in boxing, the world is gonna have to demand me and you fighting. It's gonna come to that end. I told him this years ago, and now I'm always online looking at stuff. You always see boxing fans saying Shakur Hitchins, a hell of a fight. You see people making YouTube videos. Only guys that could beat Shakur that have a chance to beat Shakur is Keyshawn and Richardson. Like people already being woke to the epiphany I had years ago.
Right.
Like, people are noticing or like you'll see people like saying like, yo, Hitchins fights just like Shakur. He reminds me just of him. But like I've been knowing this years ago, but like it's crazy how like now people are like, yo, wait, hold up. What's going on here? These two, they might need to fight each other. Like.
I appreciate you being in here today because I talk a lot about this brotherhood, this fraternity that we have in boxing. And a lot of people don't believe it exists, and they don't understand how it exists, but it just goes from us knowing each other for so long, being in the ring against one another, whether it's in an actual fight or, you know, I remember one time my dad was like, yo, we going to New York, we're going to spar with Daniel Jacobs. And I was like, you want to spar with Danny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, like, me and Danny are like, we call each other brothers, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that fraternity, you know what I mean? Breakdown, we're going to start with you. Breakdown Richardson Hitchins versus Oscar Duarte.
Me?
Yeah.
I wonder who he's picking in this one. Yeah.
I can't break that down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is gonna come out before.
Yeah, Zittel, go ahead and do your thing, Zittel. That's crazy.
I mean, we talked about it before the show in the beginning of the show.
they didn't
But,
get to hear it.
right, where I got Richardson Hitchins winning the fight. I'm gonna talk like he's not here. I got Hitchins winning the fight, but with the question of, man, the Lemos fight was tough. He went like life or death in that fight. He got the experience though from doing that. So you're supposed to get 50% better as a champion. So he's probably matured from that experience. Got one of the best jabs in boxing. I do think, you know, Duarte's a little wide, but he could put them together if you stay there. But I do wonder. One thing, Ryan Garcia doesn't have Richardson's jab, but Ryan Garcia could really punch, and that kept Duarte honest. Will he be swarming? Can Richardson keep him off is what I want to see in this fight. But I expect Hitchins to win. I'm taking the boxer over the brawler, as you should usually do. But one thing I do want to see, and I'll ask this, now he's back here, I think a lot of people, Gervonta's had his problems now, so I don't know if he's considered there right now anymore. But they looked at Gervonta Davis, and even though he has less professional fights and experience than you, Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, they look at them as like the A, and I think you're respected as a quality champion these days, but I don't know if everyone's convinced that Richardson Hitchins is right there with those guys, and I want to see in this fight if there's some convincing done in this performance. What do you think about that? When people still saying, okay, Richardson's, he's quality champ, we respect him, but we don't know if we're putting him there with those guys right now.
Yeah, of course. You know, in boxing, I was thinking that, you know, a lot of the other guys, they kind of like stamped them with a lot of, you know, hype behind them. And some guys did put on performances. I want to say Tank Davis and Shakur, you know, obviously. But like, I feel like with me, this is how I feel in life. I tell everybody this. The real will always prevail. So if I'm really who I say I am, the world is going to wake up to just like I told Shakur years ago, people are going to say, me and you going to have to fight one day. That's a real thing. That's going to have to happen. Just like I say I'm a great fighter. If I'm a great fighter, it's going to show. Like, even after the Bowser fight, I remember I was never on mainstream TV, and I got on mainstream TV. The first person I heard talking about it was Shawn Porter on the show, and he described Richardson Hitchins. He was like, man, he's just boxing. He's boxing. And this is like, once one eye notice, the rest of the eyes are going to notice. So it's like, it's just a thing that just got to keep evolving. It could be this fight, it could be the next 3 fights, but it's going to happen because I'm really am who I say I am.
That was a good performance. That was an eye-opener. Good.
I mean, I had to fight close till I met my man about 30 minutes ago. Very mature kid. I realize he's there where you get a point in life where your skills match your maturity. I think you're getting there, late 20s, early 30s. He's right there. This is going to be, I think it would be tougher fight years ago, but I think his skills will pay the bills in this fight. I'm not Kenneth Sims. I'm not Ryan Garcia. You guys will see the different levels of skills. Will I be able to pull off a 10-1 like last week, like my guy? I got you 10-2. 11-1 I meant. I got you 10-2. 10-2 on Saturday.
I want the knockout.
Oh, you going for the stoppage? Oh, can you say that?
Yeah, I want the knockout.
Oh, you can say that? You can say that?
Definitely.
This coming out before the fight, though.
Yeah, the more he comes, I said it before, the more he comes, the more he going to take.
Okay, all right.
You got enough to keep him off? You got that crack right now?
There's no need to stand there.
This shit is sharp.
There's no need to stand
This shit
there.
is sharp.
You know he can't touch you, right? You know he can't touch you.
I say this, you know, it's no secret. The kryptonite for a Mexican fighter is the fast hands and the quick feet, and of course the body work, which we've seen. Richardson basically has the complete package to beat a Oscar Duarte. To me, there's really not much to break down. This is Richardson's fight to lose, and what I mean by that is if he's not moving and using his speed and everything that he has the ability to do, the question becomes, why didn't you do what you can do? You know, and that's why you end up losing that fight. If you did what you were able to do, you should win this fight. Oscar Duarte is not hard to prepare for. The number one thing he is hard to do, which in the same sense,
He's disrespectful.
well, he's not hard to prepare for. He's going to do the same thing every single round.
I'm gonna get a Mexican fight. Your
Nah,
comeback fight.
He gonna do this.
I know, but
we don't.
I just don't disrespect.
You know, Robert Garcia is gonna tell him, Sigalo, go get him, go to the body and come over the top. It's the same thing.
It's
Like,
gonna be the
Garcia.
he's not gonna move around.
Better not hear too many SOs. That means he's doing good.
Yes, so
He's
yeah.
not gonna move around the ring. He's not gonna be patient. He's gonna come straight.
There's not going to be a point where he tries to counter punch. There's not going to be a point where he tries to use his feet or anything like that. He's going to come with that jab. He's going to come with that jab to the body. He's going to come with that overhand. He's going to come with some big hooks. When you know what somebody's
worked for him so far.
But we've heard this music over and over and over. Like he said, that's why he's saying, the more you come at me, the more you're going to take, because I know everything you're going to do. So really, for me, it's Richardson's fight to lose. We have 45 minutes. Let's stay sharp here. Mario Barrios, Ryan Garcia. This one 50-50. And go.
Oh man, can Ryan set up the left hook? He just throws it. He'll Spanish. Play video games. Y'all play video games?
Yeah.
He'll Spanish the hell out of it. But can he set it up? Like skills like that. That's what I'm saying. Like Richardson's wasn't like he's not the same as Ryan Garcia. He'll set up shit. Can Ryan go to the well? Who's in his corner? Who's his trainer?
His dad.
His dad taking over?
Oh, that's bad news.
Damn, you just gotta chill.
Being honest.
Yeah. So, damn, I got Mario Barrios.
I'll
I didn't
do
know.
you.
His dad's
I'll
trainer.
do you.
His dad trainer.
Oh, do you?
But yeah, I got Mario
That's the one with
Barrios.
the hot picks the last 12 months.
Yeah.
I got Mario.
Yeah.
Nah, just Ryan Garcia, man. You know, he was about 3 years ago. He was rolling high. I know we don't know if that was drugs or skills at the time. PDs. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I mean he was wild. He was wild. He was wilding. But hopefully Ryan's locked in, man, and taking the boxing serious.
When you say like years ago he was like doing good and doing that, like
I think the best he was gonna get.
But years ago, what year are you talking about?
Like when he fought, like right around the Tank years.
Before Tank.
Yeah,
but who was he fighting though before that?
I guess they was moving him, right?
I'm just, hey, you asked, I answered.
I feel like with Ryan, we seen the best of him on the build up to the Tank fight, and with the Devin Haney fight, that was a great performance. When he fought Devin Haney, that definitely kept him like
left hook.
Yeah, he definitely didn't have an answer for that left hook. But like, I feel like with Ryan, that he's the same fighter. Like we know what Ryan is. He's been the same guy. We know as soon as you make a move, he's twitchy with the left.
That's coming.
He ain't gonna pull counter. He
tight.
ain't gonna slip and counter. He ain't gonna go under. He ain't gonna slip and go to the body. He's looking for that hook. And I was watching him and Rolly in Times Square because it was like 300 people that could be in there. So I was like literally in the corner, like sitting there watching. I'm like, this guy don't have if you're sitting there waiting, just playing waiting game with Ryan, he's not gonna punch because he needs you to be fair
That
first.
twitchy hook.
Yeah, he needs you to come to him to throw that hook. He's looking for the hook.
When you got Rolly Romero, no disrespect to Rolly Romero, freezing Ryan, that's bad.
He froze him with his power. He froze him with his power and his patience.
But Rolly is twitchy, unlike Barrios.
Yeah, he is.
So it's that element. Styles make fights.
Yeah, I guess it's two Mexican fighters, so that's a little different.
But like watching the fight live, it just gave that like Rolly power when he got dropped, frozen, and he was real. Rolly was real patient, and Ryan didn't know what to do to take the initiative. Plus, Rolly power kept him honest.
Yeah. But don't forget Mario Barrios Pacquiao. That was horrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He probably whooped Pacquiao ass that night, huh? You talk shit about everybody else? No,
I leave the legends alone, man.
So who's your pick though, Richardson?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, it's one of those. I get it. I've been doing that a lot lately. You're good.
I can't. I don't know.
Y'all ducking Bix?
Mario Barrios reminds me of Jesse Vargas. There is nothing special about this dude.
Was Jesse a little better?
But this dude is just,
Might have been.
he hits his marks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do a lot of running.
A lot.
You do a lot of running. You know, do you like you have paces? Like you know, at a certain point, this is what my time should be.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
To me, that's how Mario Barrios is. That's how Jesse was. They're just gonna hit their marks. They're gonna be in position for the right thing at the right time every single time. And it's up to you. It's up to Ryan to evade whatever they've set their mind to do. They're not the kind of fighters that are going to systematically do this in the first round because I want to set this up for the third round. They're systematically just going to be in the right position, doing the right thing, very conventional the whole way. But the thing that makes them special is it works. It's like they're almost like computers at this point. Like I just got to, and as long as you're right there when I push enter, I'm going to hit you. As long as I push this comma at the right time, I'm going to make you miss. There's nothing very like nice and anything. It just works. It worked for Jesse. I sparred with Jesse one time, and based off everything I've seen Jesse do in fights, I was like, this is nothing, right? After the first round, I was like, oh shit, like he caught me cold, and I couldn't turn on because I was so turned off by everything and I feel like that's how Mario is. A lot of guys come to the ring thinking that, oh, this is gonna be an easy night. The speed ain't there, the quickness ain't there, you know, all of the aesthetics ain't there, but it just works. Right. All that said, and especially with how Ryan Garcia performed in his last fight, I have to go with the guy that systematically does the right things all the time. And it takes somebody doing the right things consistently in order to beat that. And I don't think that that's Ryan Garcia anymore.
Does the trainers matter? Joe Goosen flipped. Now he's over here.
Yeah.
And he got his daddy.
Yeah. That matters. I think. The thing about the dad is we came up doing this the whole way. So this is like that system that they have is going to always be there. The thing that for me is when it comes time to make adjustments. In my experience, I've seen a lot of fathers that aren't able to find those adjustments, see those adjustments, and make those adjustments. And to me, that's the thing of actually, like you do, like you eat, you breathe, you study this thing, you know this thing inside and out. A lot of coaches ain't like that, especially the dads. A lot of dads ain't like that. They just know what they know, and what they know, they just gonna keep pounding that until it work. And when it don't, you just come up with, unanimous decision loss. So. I want to see Ryan be great because if Ryan is great in this fight, this is what we're not going to get from Mario. Mario is not going to back down. The greater Ryan is in this fight, the greater the fight becomes. I hope it's a really good fight because I think it has like all of the intangibles to be an amazing fight. Amazing card too.
I think it can close the show because the two co-mains are going to be good fights, I think. Yeah. I mean, all the way from Frank, but I think
Mario's gonna push Ryan. Ryan has the answer.
Yeah,
based on how Ryan answers,
he threw a left hook.
Based on how Ryan answers, something big could happen.
So
50-50 fight.
So it's another way of saying what you were talking about with Jesse and Mario is they're technically sound.
They're so technically sound.
Yeah. It's nothing. They're solid across the board. Solid power, solid speed, solid positioning, solid timing, can counter a little bit. Yep. Yeah, Barrios will have to counter in this fight, and isn't that one of Joe Goosen's specialties is catch and shoot?
Yeah,
but
Joe is all about the catch and shoot.
Yeah, but the way, and he'll have to do that effectively in this fight, like Rolly did. But Rolly did it like out of a shoulder roll type stand, lead hand down, bop, and that's not Barrios. He's here. Yeah. And Antt was talking about how's he going to get the hook off, and you talked about how he usually just spams the one shot at a time, the one hook. The way he got it off against Devin. In addition to Osterine, was by throwing combinations and not even the most beautiful, like well-placed, super smart in combination set. You just let him go.
He was assertive. He was assertive.
Versus Devin.
No.
He look back at the second and third knockdowns.
Didn't he drop him with a right one time?
No. I look at that fight where...
Not the first one he hurt. Well, he didn't drop him in the first one.
Every time he hurt Devin, it started off... Every time he hurt Devin, it was with a hook. Every other rounds he didn't hurt Devin was winning the fight.
Right.
He don't have nothing but a hook.
He cleaned up with it a few times to drop him the second and third time. Right. Will that work against Barrios, who'll stay right here?
He needs the hook to like, you know how they say the jab open up everything? Yes. He needs his hook to open up the combinations. So if he don't hurt Barrios with a hook, he's not coming in with combinations.
You know you're going to be backstage with Ryan Garcia, right? You keep talking like they gonna run up on you. Hit you with a hook.
Get the fuck about the way.
Hey,
but
you got anything else?
that's
He
just
said,
what
"I ain't
I give the edge. Why not? Because you guys are picking bar at this point too. I'll give the edge to Ryan Garcia.
Okay.
It's
For me,
just on
50-50,
talent.
50-50.
His
If
talent.
Ryan comes in and is
Yeah.
if Ryan is Ryan, I think Ryan beats Mario.
He's got
but it's still a
something.
50-50.
I got
fight.
Mario.
He's got a God gift in speed and explosiveness, and we'll see at 147 power. If it really carries up all the way. But he's got a gift that Barrios doesn't have. Now, will Barrios offset? Will hard work beat talent when talent doesn't work hard? Will slow and steady win the race for Mario Barrios? Will perhaps his superior character to overcome the talent of Ryan Garcia? Maybe. But I'll give the edge to Garcia on his talent.
Is this a crossroads fight for Ryan Garcia?
Oh, yeah. If you're not going to be a world champion in this fight, I don't think you're ever going to be one. This is the time you're going to have to win a world title. It should be a good fight. I think I don't think you're going to get the Barrios that fought Pacquiao because he looked at Pacquiao like a guy he grew up watching with too much respect. This guy, he doesn't like Ryan Garcia. So I think it's going to be one of those, in their own way, not like old school Mexican shootout, but in their own way, a Mexican shootout. Okay. So the Conquistador against the Aztec.
There it is.
There you go.
I like
That's
it.
what I call it, yeah.
I like it. And then we fast forward Sunday, right back there on the zone in Detroit. I want to shout out real quick Atif Overton. Excuse me. Atif Overton. He's getting in the ring with Joseph George. Atif.
Yeah.
Because he was a 2016 in the trials and stuff like that. Kind of tell us real quick your thoughts on Atif.
He's a sharp, southpaw fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boxes, on the outside. I didn't really watch too much of him, but when I used to see him in the amateurs, just have, that sharp Philly southpaw type of style. So
I came to a tournament and I saw him and I was like, this big dude can go.
yeah, he can fight for
Light
sure.
heavyweight, I think he fights at. Do you know?
I can't remember.
Okay. I think he's fighting at light heavyweight. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But for a big dude at southpaw, he's really sharp. And for me, he's one of the late bloomers. Somebody that should have had more opportunities than he's been given. And I'm hoping that he's able to get busy, and stay busy. If so, we should see him up there with some of the bigger names in the next 365. And then of course we have Claressa Shields defending that GWOAT coined image against Franchon Crews-Dezurn. And we kind of broke it down last week.
He is a light heavyweight.
There it is.
God forbid.
We kind of broke it down last week, but give me what you got. Anybody.
This is the second fight?
Yeah, second one.
The debut. Okay.
9 years in the making. No, 10. 9.5.
This is when it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Facts.
If not, maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think if anything, Franchon was more in her prime 2 or 3 years ago. GWOAT is still in her prime. She's been busier. Of course, we know she's done everything that could be done in the world. Franchon, for me, has to, and I think that she can do this, right? And the funny thing to me is you have to keep it turned off. And what I mean by that is she has to come into the ring understanding that that's just another woman with 2 arms and 2 legs and a brain, and I can outthink her and I can outwork her and I can beat her to the punch and I can finish the exchanges and I can't get hit and I might be able to do something and win on the scorecards, right? But at any point, if she were to get caught with something or Claressa were to make this amazing move and beat Claressa, she has to keep that turned off. That's not Claressa. That's just another girl. The moment that turns on, everything comes flooding in. This is my friend. This is our second time and all that kind of stuff. If Franchon can keep it turned off and not put herself in harm's way, I got a feeling that she might even think that that's what it takes for her to win this fight. She's got to put herself in harm's way. What I mean by that, take risky chances. Mm-hmm. And you kind of do with Franchon, but you just got to be smart with Claressa, but you just got to be smart with it. So that's kind of my bit.
Yeah, I'm saying make it rough, make it ugly, Franchon. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like Richard's talking about him and Shakur. I've seen both of those girls fight Savannah Marshall, both cheering each other on, going hard. Now y'all about to go to war. So what friend can turn this shit off?
Yeah.
That's my enemy.
Yeah.
I think that was your problem with Terrence Crawford. Sleep trying to call him. Like, hey, we have dinner. I'm about to beat your ass.
Among other things.
But no, just who can turn it off and who can go to war. I mean, I got Claressa with the skills, but I won't doubt first round.
Yeah.
She got a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see myself ever picking against Claressa Shields.
Yeah.
But, right now I feel like as of late, her in-ring stuff is taking a backseat to her celebrity outside the ring to the public. I'm not saying on her part. People are more infatuated with being with Papoose and her online beefs and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, all publicity is good publicity. But
for Zittel, and I agree. Like at the end of the day, I want people talking. For me, I want you talking about what I do in the ring, and that's why I kept everything closed off of what was going on with me outside of the ring, because I just wanted you focused on what I do in the ring. Don't talk about nothing else.
If Franchon, you might need. The last time she looked human was getting dropped by Kaylee Reese 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Is she due for a flat performance?
Yeah.
She is human,
Detroit, Kate.
But I can't pick against Claressa Shields. I mean, this fight to me just seems like it's, hey, we owe it to each other to share this stage at this level. We got it in too soon in our pro debuts. We got to get it in now, get some good money, have a good. They're going to put on a good show. It's going to be a good fight. And I would even look at a fight with Michaela Mayer as the same thing.
Yeah.
Like Claressa's going to win.
Yeah.
We the other fighter is decorated and showing up to be the professional they are and show up to win too. But we all feel like Claressa's going to win. And even this matchup is a little bit of a testament to how dominant she's been.
Yeah.
It's like you ran out of opponents.
Come right
I mean, Shadeja Green, I do want to see the Shadeja Green fight. That's the one scalp you haven't taken yet.
Right.
But, I got to go with Shields. I think Franchon, you mentioned out hustling. That's how she's overcome fighters. But she beat Shadeja Green by out hustling her. So she is, I know women won't like this term as much as men. She's a dog. I don't know if she's a dog.
I thought you were about to say it. I'm about to say, this fool nuts.
Yeah, no.
Walk off.
She's a dog, but she's got a lot of grit.
The day can't walk off.
Yeah.
I was going to take Richard, too. He got a whole career ahead of him. Can't be standing next to that.
Last one from me, Richardson. You mentioned watching Andre Ward. You mentioned watching
Floyd.
Sweet Pea, Floyd. Who do you compare yourself to in the boxing ring?
I say a lot of Floyd.
A lot of Floyd.
Floyd will say a lot of Floyd. Because actually, I was signed to Floyd in 2017, but it was Leonard out there, Leonard was the one controlling the business. So Floyd didn't see me and come to the gym and was like, oh, I'm going to sign this guy. He just knew I was good. And in 2020, I got the chance to actually box in front of Floyd, but which I knew Floyd never really watched. He'll watch me. He'll probably hear me or whatever. And when Tank was getting ready for Leo, Tank was doing his sparring, in the doghouse, you got to go on top of the ring. So Floyd would be right there on the side watching Tank spar. And then once all the other sparring start happening, he'd go back to where all the, where the chairs is at. He'll sit down and stuff. And like I say, I just know things in life. It's some things in life. Like I just be having epiphanies. Yeah. I'm gearing up. I'm like, I bet you when I start sparring, he gonna come right back up in that apron. And I know somebody that's like real cool with Floyd. So I'm boxing. He's sitting down. He not paying no mind. Then the guy, because he tells me the story after. But I see Floyd that come start watching the sparring. I was sparring Xavier Martinez, but he said before Floyd came up in the ring, he was sitting back. He was like, Who that motherfucker looking like me up there?
Yeah.
He looked just like me.
Oh,
Who
wow.
that?
Yeah.
Then I boxed the prospect he had, Xavier Martinez. Then I was leaving the gym, and his security was like, I'm driving off from my coach Lenny. His security's knocking the car, like, wait, stop. Champ gotta tell you something. He came to the car. He was like, you want me to tell you the truth or you want me to lie to you? I'm like, tell me the truth. Mind you, there was so many fighters in that gym. Tank, a bunch of fighters, like, everybody was there. He was like, you the best boxer in that gym. I said, my coach was like, hey, Floyd, stop lying. He said, you think I'm coming over here to lie to another man? I said, he's the best boxer in that gym. He called me later that day, or the next day. I flew back to New York from Vegas. I'm telling my girlfriend at the time, like, yo, Floyd said I'm the best boxer in the gym. Yo, Tank, everybody sparred.
He didn't even know he had you signed.
He calls me, he texts me. He said, I want you to come back out to Vegas. I want you to work with me. Like, I think it'll be better for you. He said, you're gonna be a world champion. He said, everything that your friends have, the jewelry, the watches, everything, you're gonna have that. I promise you. He said, you can fight your ass off. He said, get on a flight, come to Vegas. I come to Vegas a few weeks later. I land in Vegas at 2 p.m. He sleep. Shakur's here, luckily. I call Shakur, like, yo, bro, Floyd didn't tell me he was supposed to pick me up in the airport. Can you come pick me up? We go to Jay Prince's house. Floyd wakes up. He's like, yo, bro, my bad. I didn't know you was gonna I didn't know what time your flight landed. Where you at? I said, I'm at Jay house. He was like, okay, I'm gonna come over there and pick you up. He come to Jay house. Him and Jay play a little ping pong. Me and Floyd get in the car. He sit down. He tells me again. He said, I've been doing this my whole life. He said, you one of the best I ever seen. He said, you will beat Errol Spence right now. I promise you. He said, you're gonna be world champion. I'm like, I'm a kid at the time. I'm 21. I was getting ready to fight Argenis Mendez. That was my first Showtime World Championship boxing. You know, that's how you feel like you're in a big league. You're talking about
Errol Spence.
Yeah, you go from show boxing, championship boxing, Showtime. So I'm looking, I'm like, why is this guy like it's no way like I'm like he's talking like that. I know I'm good, but am I really that good? But he gave me that extra boost. Yeah. But as the year went on and I kept studying the sport and studying the craft, and I'm like, no wonder this guy was talking about me like that. I am really that good. I am on a championship level. I could be a world champion. Like, so like I think that's one of the main guys. Like, I know like I resemble a lot. Like I have like a lot of attributes he has.
You still seems like you still carry those moments that he shared with you. You still carry them. Not like Floyd said this, but like I own this now because it was said to me. Yeah. It's different. Like when your mentor, somebody you look up to, like finally see you. It's like a kid wanting to be like Jordan all day. They get to play basketball with Jordan, and Jordan's like, yo, you're great. Like it's like kind of like, damn, all my work really is been, you know, I've been trying to get to this level, and this guy's seeing the work I've been putting. He's stamping it like, you're good. You're really, really good. Everybody could tell you good. Your coach could tell you good, but when Floyd tell you you're great, it's like, I know I'm gonna be a world champion for sure. Man, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in today. Good luck next week. God bless next week. Get right back to the camp. It ain't over just yet, but thanks for making some time for the podcast. We're gonna do our motivational message, and then we're gonna get out of here.
We have that fan question.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I said you. Fan question.
So World Baseball Classic next month. World Cup this summer.
It's not a fan.
So I'm wondering if they did that for boxing, who would be a couple of the top countries teams currently, and then all time, who has some of the best. And then also maybe a sleeper team. Like, you know what, when you think about it, they got a pretty good team all time or currently. This question is obviously mainly for Zittel, being that he knows the most, but I figure all three of you could answer. So thank you for that. Hashtag let them know.
Did you catch all that? I didn't catch it.
I did.
Because y'all were talking.
He was saying like the baseball World Classics. If you could do it with boxing. Did he mean countries?
Like
yeah. That's what I think.
What country do you think could be competitive in it and win it?
United States.
I'm going with the States. I'm going with the States.
Like if you put our best fighters.
I wonder if he's talking like all time or right now. Either way, United States of America. Yeah. But I say that with a little bias, but even if I wasn't American, I think
UK?
United States of America.
But you're talking about putting the best fighters on a team.
I think he's talking, we would have to put together like an Olympic team.
Right.
But in the pros.
But the professional
Let's say 12-round championship fights.
I got you. Yeah, I think hands down the United States. There's some countries that probably could put together a really nice team. But right off the top of my head, maybe the Ukraine would have a couple runs on us, but coming down to the end of the game, I think we pull away, we win. England, I think without a shadow of a doubt, they could put together a team that could take us into extra innings. But for me, all that said, I think that the U.S.
What about Cuba? Yeah,
Cuba.
But in the pros,
if you take the best Cuban pros, I think that our best professional pros. Even though that would be a beautiful team.
What about Russia?
When I said the Ukraine,
it's all the same thing, kind of.
Those European.
They wouldn't say that.
But I was gonna say, I was like, I can't say
if you could make if you could rebirth the Soviet Union for this purpose, they would be.
Because
nice.
we really can't. We can't really. Zittel, can we pick Russian fighters to put on the team?
If it's the former Soviet Union,
now.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
Yeah. With any fighter that's come out of Russia.
No. Do you know any current true fighters? Russian fighters?
I still think you got to consider Beterbiev and Bivol Russian.
Okay.
They're from Russia.
Okay.
Alexander Povetkin couple years back. Kovalev, Roman Karmazin was a nice 154 pounder. I know I'm forgetting some. Provodnikov, yeah, 140. Yeah, he gave Bradley all he could do.
Hey, Russian, salute to y'all.
He like with a brick. He won't go nowhere. And he hit like a brick.
No, he went down. He was hitting Chris Andre dumb hard.
What he say about
Chris Andre dumb hard.
Yeah, Chris somehow won that fight though.
Bradley,
You should.
Bradley said he won't remember the fight.
Oh, Chris.
No, Bradley.
Tim.
Oh, damn.
Tim said
That fight fucked him up.
Yeah, for a few. She said, yeah, for a few months, and he fought with something to prove in that fight. Like he probably could have boxed a little bit more and made it a little easier night on himself. No diss to Provodnikov.
Great question.
Mexico, you can't sleep. I mean, Mexico is number 2 all time.
No, yeah, what we doing?
Mexico. Mexico is.
Puerto Rico. We gonna fight them all now.
Do we keep Puerto Rico?
We don't keep Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Not for this.
Okay.
Not for this. We won't keep Puerto Rico.
No, Puerto Rico's going to be up there. Puerto Rico and Mexico might be 2 and 3. Mexico's got to be number 2. I think they have the second most world champions in the history of boxing. United States is number 1. Great Britain's up there. Carson asked for a sleeper team. Argentina. Argentina would be a sleeper.
Good sleeper
between
Yeah, Argentina definitely be a sleeper. I was saying Gustavo was
Argentina, man. He looked like Brian Castano. He looked, I mean, shit, man. Carlos Monzon, Maravilla
My sleeper
Martinez.
team would be Ireland.
Yeah.
The Philippines can't do nothing?
No, they got a nice heavyweight.
Yeah.
They just got Pacquiao?
Olahan or
I feel like
Olan.
you're being
I can't.
No, I'm just saying. Just got Pacquiao. I'm trying to think of somewhere, though.
Come on, Sharon.
Lower weight's Japan, but nothing really above a certain. I mean, Andy Hiraoka is coming, but we'll see. Yeah, man. I think
Pacquiao was that big that I thought they was like hella fighters. Sounds like Pacquiao.
I mean, yeah,
Sleeper team Dominican Republic.
Joan Guzman. Who else are his teammates? They got some good prospects though. Rohan Polanco's nice. Hendry. Yuri Cedeno. They got some good prospects, man. But I think it sounds like the top 5 would be. Let's cheat.
Top 5. Yeah.
Let's cheat and just make it the former Soviet Union. So we get Golovkin and Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Ukraine and Russia. Right. Okay, they're top 5 for sure. Yeah. And then Mexico for sure. Yeah. Puerto Rico. Yeah. Great Britain. United States. Argentina maybe as a sleeper, as a dark horse. Yeah. Damn. I'm sorry, other country. We're gonna get cooked by some people. You forgot something.
And respect to everybody. We do know what's going on over there in Europe with Russia and the Ukraine. So no disrespect, but we're just kind of.
Yeah, I'm Italian. I didn't mention them. We had like 12 champions. Yeah, but I'm not putting them on the list. Yeah.
Motivational message before we get up out of here. Shout out to my boy Africa over here. This one came to my mind as we were finishing this episode. Find some motivation. There's always a why. There's always something that can get you through your day, through your moment, whatever you got going on, and get you to that next phase, that next stage, that next day even. So find that motivation. Could be something that somebody said to you. Could be something that someone did for you. Anything. It could be your kids. It could be family, other loved ones. Find something I guarantee you can motivate you all day, every day. This is the PorterWay.
Stay blessed.